When I married Sarah 10 years ago, I thought I had found the woman who would stand by me through everything. We built a life together brick by brick, from the modest apartment where we struggled to pay rent to the house we eventually bought after years of saving. We had history, laughter, inside jokes only we could understand. I believed our marriage was grounded in loyalty, that even when passion cooled, respect and love would carry us. I had no idea she was capable of betraying me in such a cruel way. It began subtly, late nights at work, sudden changes in her style, a kind of distractedness when I spoke. At first, I brushed it off as stress. But when you live with someone long enough, you know when something shifts. She was smiling more, glowing even, but the smile wasn't for me. I tried to push the suspicions down because facing them felt like tearing apart the life I thought was secure. Still, the pieces added up. A hidden phone, unexplained absences, excuses that didn't make sense. One evening, after the kids had gone to bed, she sat me down at the dining table with a look that made my stomach twist. "I need to tell you something," she began, her voice trembling but her eyes strangely confident. "I've been seeing someone. It's serious. But I don't want to leave you. I love you too. I think the best thing for us is to open our marriage. I want him in my life, and I want you to accept him." The words hit me like a blow. At first, I thought it was some kind of sick joke, but her expression told me otherwise. My wife, the woman I had built my life around, was sitting there asking me to share her with another man like it was reasonable. Like I should nod and smile and let him into our bed, our home, our lives. I couldn't even speak. My chest burned with rage and humiliation. She didn't stop there. As if her confession wasn't enough, she said, "I want to invite him over. I think it would be healthier if you knew him. It would make this easier." That night I didn't sleep. I lay awake in the dark, listening to the sound of her breathing, wondering how I could be lying next to someone who had already chosen someone else. But instead of breaking down, something hardened inside me. If she wanted her affair partner in our home, I would let it happen, but on my terms. A week later, she told me he was coming over for dinner. She cooked as though it were some casual gathering of friends, humming happily in the kitchen while I sat at the table with my fists clenched. When the doorbell rang, I opened it and came face to face with the man who had stolen my wife. He was younger, smug, with the kind of arrogance that comes from believing you've won. He extended his hand as if we were equals. I shook it, my grip so tight I saw him flinch. Throughout dinner, I watched them steal glances at each other, laughing too easily, sharing a language I was excluded from. My wife looked at him the way she used to look at me. Every second was a knife twisting deeper. But I smiled, pretended to play along because my revenge was already set in motion. What Sarah didn't know was that 2 nights before, I had gone through her phone. I copied every message, every photo, every sick declaration of love she thought she was hiding. I had evidence of her betrayal, more than enough to destroy the fantasy world she had built. When dessert was finished, I excused myself, went to the bedroom, and came back with a folder I had prepared. Without a word, I dropped it on the table between them. Photos spilled out, screenshots of their messages, times, dates, proof of every lie she had told me. Her face went pale, and for the first time, her lover's smug smile cracked. "You invited him into our home," I said, my voice low and steady. "You wanted me to accept him. But now you'll accept this. Tomorrow morning, these papers go to my lawyer. Divorce, custody, division of assets. And believe me, the judge will see everything you've been doing." She started to cry, reaching for my hand, stammering excuses. "It's not what you think. Please, I just wanted honesty. I wanted us both to be happy." I pulled my hand away. "You wanted freedom? You've got it. But you won't have me. And you sure as hell won't destroy me quietly." Her affair partner tried to speak, but I cut him off. "Get out of my house! Tonight!" He left, red-faced and silent. Sarah followed him to the door, begging him to stay, but he didn't even look back. She turned to me, desperate, but all I saw was the woman who had betrayed everything we built. The next day, I filed for divorce. I showed the evidence to my lawyer, and soon enough to her family, too. Her perfect image shattered. The man she thought would fight for her vanished, and she was left alone in the ruins of the life she had thrown away. My revenge wasn't screaming, wasn't violence. It was cold, calculated, and final. She invited her affair partner into our home, thinking she could humiliate me and make me accept less than I deserved. Instead, I showed her that betrayal has consequences, and that sometimes the cruelest revenge is simply walking away with your dignity intact, leaving the betrayer to choke on the ashes of their choices.